No, we can all use this one. And hello everybody, welcome to the Clean Valley Basement Brewery. Down here in the dungeon with all my pepper plants and stuff for that hydroponic garden. You can check that out in your own time. That's on the JT Bear channel. Most of you, I'm sure, already know that, however. Today, it has been 3 weeks and a day because I was busy on Boxing Day. And it's time to test the beer and see if it's ready for bottling and carbonation. Against my normal behaviors, I'm actually going to read the instructions here and take a look at it. And basically, it says the first thing we need to do is to take a little taste of this and see if it tastes like flat beer. If it's still sweet, it needs to have another week or so. So, let's give it a taste. So I've had our little Mr. Beer brewing keg underneath a towel to block the light from the hydroponic garden, and it's been at or about 68 degrees. It's a little colder, you know, most of the time, so we'll say at or about 66. Might not be completely ready. I do have some concerns because I see stuff floating on the top here, but I don't know, is that just normal? Anywho, let's pour us a little bit of this, see what it tastes like, and take it from there. So, against the side of the glass, let's see what kind of color we get here. It's not pouring. That can't be good. There we go. Pour a little bit out, and let's take a look at the color.
Bad background. There we go.
Well, it's a little murky, but looks like beer to me. Well, smells like beer. Actually smells like a pretty decent beer. Yeah. Alright, so we've got 3 of us down here. We're all going to give our opinions on it, and sip gently and don't backwash. That actually tastes like a pretty decent beer. Alright, I'll grab the camera and we'll pass this around.
So, it's my turn to try JT Bear's home brew here.
It's the Canadian Blond.
It absolutely smells like a good beer.
It does smell pretty good.
That's really good, actually. That's a good brew.
Alright, Shocks, you're next.
Oh, yay! Ah, that made a sound.
It's plastic.
Oh.
Alright, so.
Oh, it smells like beer.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to. It's a beer. If it didn't smell like beer, we'd have issues.
Tastes like beer?
Yeah, you're not a big beer fan.
I'm not, but this is like great. I like it.
Alright, so I guess
I like it. Can't you tell by my face?
Totally. Just like you like those hot peppers. I guess that makes it bottling day. Alright, so apparently the next step is to take my 1 gallon of sanitizer water and split it equally amongst these little beer bottles.
How many came in the kit?
Shake the bugger out of them. There were 11 of these bottles in the kit, which I got a good laugh out of in the first video because that's just so silly. 10 or 12, you know, would have made sense to me, but because these are like 750 ml bottles, it kind of works out for the volume. So yeah, I'm going to put this in there, shake the bugger out of them, and we'll get to the next step. Alright, so now that we've got our sanitizing solution semi-evenly distributed amongst these bottles, not really, but you know, good enough for me and the bear, you know. We gotta shake these vigorously and make sure that sanitizing solution hits everything. And I just drop one on the dirt floor. That's brutal. Perhaps you could run upstairs and give that a rinse for me?
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Now you'll notice some of these have elastic bands on them and some of them don't. We're not going to be carbonating all of these because I want to give it a try without it. And without the carbonation, we're reducing the sugar in each one of these beers rather considerably. So, yeah, give it a go. I'd rather drink a beer that's flat from the start than one that got flat since I opened it. So give these a good shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your beer and shake your beer and... Okay,
switch!
Remember which ones you've shaken. We'll pour this all out into the mixing bowl. Sure. 11 doesn't divide by 2 very well, so one of them got shaken twice. Let's get going.
That was part of the video.
You whiner. Alright, it's as bad as the cat for video bombing. So just in case the last clip didn't take, we give these a good shake to make sure they're sanitized all over the inside and the caps and all that goodness. And I've already shaken these before, and the son who has no name is also shaking these, and he's off to sulk now and probably play some violent video games because we encourage that behavior. Hear that? Okay. So, now I need to dump this into my bowl here, and probably back into my 1 gallon jug for taking it upstairs, because this is a little awkward on some dangerous steps. Oh, you want to show them these stairs? Quite dangerous. Now, just in case you didn't need to go pee before, allow me to help with that. Because we all know beer makes you have to pee. Making beer, drinking beer, doesn't matter, just... Oh, doesn't that just make you need to go pee? It's like standing in the greenhouse. Trick question, don't have a greenhouse.
I gotta go.
Alright, so apparently for each of these 740 milliliter bottles, I need 2 of these carbonation drops, which basically just looks like straight sugar rock candy. But that is apparently going to react with the yeast and create the carbonation effect. Almost like the Carbonaro effect, but hey, I haven't been watching YouTube today, I swear. And then these ones that are getting the bubbles will be ready when the bottles are rock hard, apparently. Now, time to fill these things up. Okay, so we're going to take our bottles here and fill them up to apparently 2 inches or so away from the top. I've seen a lot of people complain about how slow this is, but that's really not too bad. Now at work they complain because I have no concept of 1 inch or 2 inch, but we're going to call that good to go. Put its cap on. Shake off the sandy solution. Put its cap on. And then that needs to sit somewhere for a week or so until the bottle becomes rock hard to the touch. And then it's going to be bubbly. Doesn't look like it's very rock hard to the touch at the moment. Alright, so in theory this should fill, mostly fill, all 11 bottles. We'll get back and see. Alright, so in the end we did get basically 10 bottles of beer out of this. I ended up putting the Mr. Beer labels on the ones that had the carbonation drops, so we'll check back on them in a week or 2 once they're rock hard, and we'll do a tasting of those as well. But some of these with just the elastic bands are going upstairs into the fridge because it tasted pretty good flat. So I'll get started drinking. And on that note, everybody, thank you so much for joining me here in the dungeon for this particular kitchen video here, as we're doing a little beer making with the Mr. Beer by Cooper's, an Aussie product made in the States. It's all very fascinating, but hey, I'll take it. It works for me. Yeah, so we'll check back on this in, like I say, a week, 2 weeks when these guys are good and firm to the touch. And until then, you know what? I would give this probably a 4 out of 5 stars, and I would totally recommend it. You know, it's Boxing Day sales. Companies are going to be looking to get rid of these things left, right, and center. Go out and see if you can find yourself one for like half price, even 3/4 of a price. Even, you know what? Even at the 60 bucks I paid, I think it's going to be worth it. I'm really looking forward to mead making in the coming months with this. But now I get to go upstairs and clean it. So there's a note in that too. Don't forget to clean up your mess.
I hope I recorded all that.
So do I.
I think it says, is that recording?